Let's be honest, our clients are amazing at what they do, but they're not exactly tech wizards. They don't always know how to take a screenshot, and they could think the cloud is where rain comes from. Today I'm going to show you how to make things easier for them, which, if we're being honest, makes things easier for you and your team too. At Atarim, every feature we ship has to pass what we call the grandma test. If your grandma can use it without having to call for help, then we're good to go. And we test every feature on thousands of grandmas. I'm just kidding, but we do help over 51,000 teams worldwide streamline their workflows, so we do know a thing or two about this. But here's a few ways you and your team can make things easier for your agency clients. Okay, picture this. It's time for design feedback from the agency client. What do? Well, you're not going to email. What is this, the 1920s? And you're definitely not going to Slack. That's just asking for feedback to get lost and scattered. This is what you're going to do instead. Create an environment with your agency clients that encourages feedback. Sometimes they don't give it because they're not sure how to. Visually collaborating with them instead with tools like Atarim removes these barriers because they don't need to know any technical lingo, and it gets rid of all that back and forth. They just point, click, and leave their feedback. This mimics the real-world interactions of putting sticky notes on a design. And the rest is super cool because it's automated. When someone leaves feedback on a design project, it instantly goes to the Atarim inbox as a task for you and your team. So this is complete with the screen size, the browser information, and a direct link to where the task is on the design project. An automatic screenshot is also taken each time a piece of feedback is left, so there's no need for anyone to Google how to take a screenshot. But here's another way you can make things easy for your agency clients. It's centralizing all communication into one place, and you wouldn't believe how many teams are not doing this. Earlier I mentioned email and Slack are no-goes for design work, and there's a few reasons for that. With feedback in so many different places, it's very easy to lose it. Context gets lost, and progress kind of becomes a guessing game. But it's not just us who feel the burnout, our agency clients do too. They can feel overwhelmed by there being too many channels, which in turn slows down feedback. Using a centralized communication hub like Atarim comes with numerous benefits. You're looking at faster project management and faster feedback cycles because you're not having to constantly email each other back and forth. And by cutting down all those Zoom meetings and emails, your team can get up to 75% of their time back. Okay, it's the middle of the workday, and I'm going to give you an example of how using these two processes can speed things up so much. So we're working on some Black Friday emails together as a group, and because we collaborated visually, we've streamlined our processes. I can just go in and knock out all these requests. I don't have to message Vito constantly on Slack asking him what he means here. I just know because the inbox gives me all the context. You can see that automatic screenshot, and you can see the technical details right here. And if you click here, it's a direct link to where the task is on the design project. So it's super cool stuff. I've been in teams before that lack these kind of processes, and you'll have design projects that should take 3 or 4 days, taking 3 or 4 months. It's insane how much time teams can waste. I've got one more tip for you because our agency clients hate learning new tools. I know I do. When working with clients, it's important to build a process that's intuitive and familiar to them. So use tools with white label capabilities so it blends seamlessly with the process you've already got. Clients are more engaged and more comfortable giving feedback when the system matches your own agency style. It's a small change, but it can lead to way more productive interactions with your clients. So I'm going to show you what this looks like with Atarim. So here I am inside of Atarim, and you can make all these changes under the settings. So I've already replaced the logo with my own as well as the favicon, but what's super cool is if you scroll down and tick this box, it'll remove every mention of Atarim, so it's truly a white label experience. So let's save these changes. And there we go. You can see the logo change down here, and you can also change what the button links to as well to your own product. These may seem like minor tips, but they're going to make a huge difference with the way that you work with your agency clients. Remember, the easier you can make things for them, the more collaborative and faster everything is going to be. So thanks for hanging out today. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. And if you'd like to get started with Atarim, you can do so for free at atarim.io, or you can book a call with one of our experts.